Hi and welcome to this vlog. This video includes some of the things that I typically do for food preparation in advance before cooking, and some of the typical things that I prepare for a couple of days, maybe in the week, to help me start off a slightly simpler and easier week um, ahead of preparing the family for the week, ahead of the work week, and so forth. It just makes it slightly easier to actually whip things in and out, to have something that I can quickly come back from work and actually have ready. Typically speaking, what you see me doing here, peeled potatoes, and if I buy a lot of bulk potatoes, I might just peel them, cut them, and freeze them. On this day, I was going to do some type of fried cubed sort of potatoes. So I cut them, and here I'm draining them just to get the water off them a bit before frying them. So the next thing I would typically then do is, if I have any other vegetables such as plantain, I would also peel those and either cook them or freeze them. Here I had some beef and I just wanted to slow cook them. So there's the crock pot is relatively big and it's practically full, and this serves as something to take my hands off cooking them or boiling them. These are just going to be boiled, and then either they can be stewed, some of them, or also taken some out for frying, or for doing some jomo, which is some type of fried meat or grilled meat we do in East Africa. So that's what typically I do that practically every week or every 2 weeks, maybe, depending on the meals for the week. So there I've put onions in, I put ginger and garlic in as well, and some salt just to give it a bit more taste. I'm now adding some ground white pepper as well for taste, for it to boil with it. And then I also added some curry powder, and I'm also going to add some turmeric powder. These tend to just give them a bit of flavor even as they are cooking. Now, the slow cooker will cook this meat or boil this meat for approximately 6 to 7 hours. So this is something that can also be done when you leave the home in the morning or overnight. I've had this, slow cooker for so many years now. It's really served me quite well. I really appreciate the hands-off work that it does for me. And I use it for many other dishes such as beans and pulses as well, chicken, most meats, but not fish. I don't generally do fish in there. I haven't tried to grill fish or anything in there yet. I don't think this is the type that does that anyway. So I put it on high and it stays on, as I said, for about 6, maybe 7 hours. Here I was going to season some mackerel, and it's already cleaned and gutted out. I've already cleaned it out and season it. I'm going to be putting it aside for probably 30-40 minutes while I do other things. Turmeric powder, which I like for fish as well. I think that gives most fishes quite a good flavor. And sometimes I'll also add some onions and ground or ginger paste if I have it onto the fish, and leave it aside to allow it to actually marinate. There I'm also adding some curry powder. I don't add a lot of curry powder, but I do add some. If I've got mixed herbs, I'll also add that in. And then olive oil if I'm going to grill it. But if I'm going to fry it, then I don't put any oil until they go in. I just added some salt, and now I'm adding, as you can see, some lemon. And this is something that using lemon is something that I use on most of my um, meats and fishes when I wash them. Not just to season them, but to actually wash them as well. Typically speaking, I like to do things like this in my sink because it just allows me to feel a little free as I'm doing what I'm doing. My kitchen is quite small, so I don't have a lot of tabletop or surfaces around. Here, I'm now frying the potatoes that I showed you earlier that I peeled. I've put in some onions and some garlic to infuse into the oil just so that it can actually infuse into the potatoes as they fry. That's just a little secret or something that I do. Um, so yeah, I've also tend in the past used soya seasoning. Actually, I once used soya seasoning in the oil to fry potatoes, and somebody sniffed it out. They were quite surprised that I did that, but that's what I do. And there we are with the potatoes golden brown now and practically ready to take out. So on this day, I had quite a bulk of potatoes to fry for a family of 5, and it took a little bit of time to actually get that done. And again, this is something that can actually also be done ahead of time. Generally speaking, potatoes are not very good to actually keep because I just don't like them when they are to be reheated like that, these specific potatoes. But it is okay. You know, it can be done that way. And now, as you can see, if I'm not grilling my fish, usually I'll fry it. If I'm not frying it, I also do a stewed mackerel as well sometimes, which I'll serve with other dishes such as cassava, rice, maize meal, ugali, as we do in East Africa, um, potatoes, plantain, plantain fufu from fresh plantain. Uh, so I often now I do cook quite a lot of West African dishes, or I incorporate them into the East African because I have a link with the West African, and also because my children have grown around a lot of West Africans, Nigerians, and they've come to like the food. Here I'm blending some tomatoes and onions and ginger, which is going to be used to actually do some kidney bean stew later on. There we are, cooking the tomato stew and adding the kidney beans. I didn't used to be such a fan of canned beans, but in the end, it won me over because it's so convenient. And actually, they don't really taste that bad, to be honest. I've come to find that it also saves on the soaking, the time to soak the beans, and also it saves on the gas that you'd use. This is very much more express, and it's actually not allowed to boil them for too long because I believe that they can cause a bit of um, issues. So I fry or cook the tomato stew with just a little bit of oil and then add the tomato stew and just add in the beans and maybe let it cook for approximately, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe less sometimes. It doesn't need that much. time to actually cook. There we are, and that was the final meal. Um, Potatoes with mackerel, fried mackerel, and a beans stew. That was, as a matter of fact, the meal that we had on Easter Day. A very, very, very simple meal for a family of five. Um, yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Subscribe to this channel. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do leave your comments. Click like to help more people find my videos, to encourage me to do more videos like this one. And also subscribe. Yeah, subscribe if you've been watching for so long. Bye.